This video will show you how you can create a multiple exposure portrait. So you can have a person show up multiple times in an image. The first step is to get all your pictures taken, which you'll do by not moving the camera and having the person move slightly within each frame. Keep the exposure the same, keep the camera angle the same and everything. If you've got a tripod, use it. Then you'll bring in each image within the same Photoshop file, one on top of the next. Hit enter as you go. After you've got them all in Photoshop, you're going to want to unlock the bottom layer by clicking on the lockbox, double-clicking and clicking OK. Select all the layers by clicking first on the bottom one, hold Shift, then click the top. Right-click and raster size. So get rid of the Smart Objects box on there. It will also allow you to auto-align the layers in the Edit menu on the top. So click on Edit, Auto-Align Layers, click OK. Photoshop will do a little bit of thinking, rearrange the layers based on their content. So that way, if the camera did move at all, it'll line them up all. So that way, when you're cutting things out with a layer mask, it'll work just fine. Oftentimes, you'll need to do a little bit of cropping to cut out any areas where you see checkerboard on the edges. This image looks pretty good, just like this. Then, you're going to go back to the top layer, create a layer mask, paint black with a brush that is a soft brush, pure black, 100% flow and opacity. And then I'm going to have you erase that layer except for where you are. Now, sometimes it works best to hide the layers below so you can really see what you've erased or not very easily. So here I can make sure that I'm erasing everything around here entirely. I'm going to go down underneath here. You got to think about where you are in the portrait below. And I know that I'm down in that window well and right along the edge here sitting. So I'm going to make sure that I do a good job of erasing that area of the picture entirely. Work with a smaller brush so you don't accidentally delete part of yourself. If you make a mistake, switch to white and you can paint that area back in. Then move to the next layer. Create a layer mask, paint black. Remember, you're going to erase everywhere that you are not. Sometimes, again, I'll hide that top layer so I can really tell which area I've erased or still need to on the layer that I'm currently working on. Think about where you are in the picture. Remember, whatever's below in Photoshop won't be seen unless you make it visible by erasing with a layer mask that area of the picture above. You'll continue this as you move down the picture. In this part of the picture, since it's already below these two, the only area that I really need to worry about erasing is where I'll be on the bottom layer. So I'll paint black, only in this area here. Make the next layer visible, make every layer above there visible, and then zoom in and see where you need to make any fine-tuned adjustments. Here I can see that I don't see my feet here, so that means that on a layer that's above, I'll need to do a better job of working with the layer mask and erasing away. That's good there. Move around the image, see if there's other areas where you need to do a better job erasing. Looks good. That's it. File save as JPEG, turn it in.